Welcome back to Mindful Horizons, your daily sanctuary for exploring the important union between spirituality and psychology. Join us as each day unveils fresh insights, guiding you toward new horizons of understanding and growth. If the universe brought you to this video, it's a sign. Don't ignore it. You must be here. Stay until the end. On the journey of life, we face challenges, experiences that can leave deep emotional scars. However, each of these obstacles also provides us with the opportunity to grow, heal, and elevate our spiritual consciousness. Our souls chose to enter this matrix to learn, heal, and spiritually ascend. Today, we will explore together 7 powerful tips that will help us ascend spiritually, raising our vibration from within. These practical and reflective pieces of advice serve as beacons of light on our path toward emotional fulfillment and spiritual growth. Spiritual growth and emotional healing go hand in hand. Recognizing, addressing, and overcoming our traumas not only frees us from emotional burdens but also allows us to achieve a greater state of connection with our inner selves and the world around us. In this journey of self-discovery, it's important to highlight that raising our vibration is fundamental to access higher dimensions of consciousness, such as the 5th dimension. The 5th dimension, from a spiritual perspective, is described as a state of higher consciousness where energy vibrates at a higher frequency, allowing for greater perception, understanding, and harmony with the universe. Love governs the 5th dimension. Throughout this video, we will explore how raising our vibration and working on our emotional healing brings us closer to the possibility of experiencing the 5th dimension. Prepare to discover powerful tools that will not only assist us on our healing journey but will also enable us to approach a higher and more conscious state of existence. Non-dualism. Good and evil do not exist. Non-dualism is a philosophy that challenges the dichotomy between good and evil as separate and irreconcilable entities. This perspective holds that reality is not solely composed of irreconcilable opposites. Instead, these opposites are complementary parts of a broader and interdependent whole. We tend to see the world in terms of dualities: good, evil, right, wrong, light, darkness. However, non-dualism suggests that these distinctions are mental constructions and that reality is much more complex and subtle than we perceive. Just as good and evil are the same subject explored from different perspectives, so is anything that has an opposite. Viewing it this way, they are no longer seen as 2 separate isolated objects but as the same energy with 2 polarities. This philosophy proposes that the perception of good and evil is relative and can vary depending on perspective, cultural context, individual beliefs, and personal experiences. What is considered good in one culture may be seen as bad in another. This understanding invites us to question our preconceived judgments about morality and to adopt a more holistic and comprehensive view of situations. Imagine a situation where someone commits an act that is generally considered morally wrong. From a dualistic perspective, we might label that action as bad, without further analysis. However, non-dualism encourages us to explore beyond that initial label and consider the circumstances, motivations, and broader contexts behind that action. One of the most important lessons to learn from this first principle is to understand that even from the worst situation, there can be learning. When bad things happen, good things happen too. At first, this might not be understood on a small scale, but over time, seeing the bigger picture with a broader view will help understand the greater good behind why that happened. The lesson it intended to impart. Non-dualism invites us to question simplistic dichotomies and embrace the complexity of human existence, thereby fostering greater understanding, empathy, and tolerance towards diverse perspectives and experiences in the world. Taking charge of your trauma, learning from it, and healing. Recognizing and addressing personal traumas is an essential process for emotional healing and personal growth. Traumas can leave an overwhelming emotional burden that affects how we experience life, relationships, and the world around us. Denying or repressing these traumas only prolongs their impact and hinders recovery. By transmuting the heavy and painful energy that trauma leaves behind, It allows that energy to transform into something more positive and constructive. Healing trauma elevates personal vibration, helping to break free from the emotional chains of trauma and contributing to the process of healing and spiritual growth. Acknowledging the transformative power of one's own energy can be fundamental in advancing on the path to trauma healing. Becoming aware of the existence of trauma is the first step. Recognizing and accepting the pain initiates the transformation process. It's not about minimizing the impact of trauma but accepting that it happened and committing to healing. Being the guardian of your mind. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Our mind is like a fertile field. The thoughts we sow and nurture in it determine the quality of our life experience. Just as a gardener carefully tends to what they plant, we must be mindful of the thoughts and emotions we cultivate in our minds, since these significantly influence our perceptions, attitudes, and emotional states. The key lies in recognizing that every thought we nurture holds the power to influence our perspective and well-being. By focusing on positive aspects and cultivating a healthier and constructive mindset directly impacts our daily reality. This approach doesn't deny the existence of challenges or difficulties. Rather, it's about developing the ability to find light even in dark situations, thereby fostering a resilient and hopeful attitude. By directing attention towards the positive, we begin to notice changes in our perception of the world. We see opportunities where we once saw obstacles, recognize lessons in our most challenging experiences, and nurture gratitude for everyday blessings. This shift in focus deeply influences how we relate to ourselves, others, and the events around us, creating a positive impact on our mental, emotional, and physical health. Taking care of the seeds of the mind involves consciously choosing where we place our attention and mental energy, recognizing that these act as magnets attracting more of what we feed them. By nurturing positive thoughts and emotions, we create a more fertile ground for personal growth, self-acceptance, and overall well-being. Unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. On the journey towards emotional healing, unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness stand as guiding beacons on the path towards inner peace and emotional well-being. Unconditional love knows no conditions. It's the force that accepts, embraces, and nurtures regardless of circumstances or imperfections. However, it's crucial not to forget the importance of personal boundaries. I love you no matter what you are, but I don't give you permission to harm me. This form of self-love and love towards others becomes a healing balm that transcends the limits of judgment and expectations, offering a solid foundation for emotional recovery. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is a powerful tool in emotional healing. It doesn't involve forgetting what happened or justifying actions that caused pain, but rather freeing oneself from emotional burdens and resentment carried forward. By forgiving, we take control of our emotions, freeing ourselves from the chains of bitterness and allowing ourselves to move forward with lightness. These elements, unconditional love and forgiveness, not only impact our relationship with others but also shape our relationship with ourselves. Cultivating compassion and indulgence towards our own flaws and challenges allows us to nurture a more understanding and tolerant inner space. This becomes a guiding light that illuminates the darkest corners of our being, allowing healing to flow naturally. Practicing unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness not only helps us free ourselves from the weight of the past but also contributes to creating a more emotionally healthy and balanced future. These practices are like seeds planted in the garden of the soul that germinate and bloom, nurturing the ground for personal growth and inner harmony. Building emotional resilience. Emotional resilience represents the human capacity to adapt, recover, and grow in the face of adversity, changes, or stressful situations. It's a crucial tool that allows us not only to survive difficult moments but also to emerge strengthened from them. It's not just about enduring the storm but learning to dance in the rain. This ability goes beyond merely overcoming a challenge. It involves a process of self-discovery and personal growth. Building emotional resilience is a continuous journey, a process of gradual strengthening that requires both conscious attention and constant practice. It encompasses the ability to confront stress, setbacks, and adversity while maintaining a positive attitude, adapting to changing circumstances, and learning from experiences. Cultivating emotional resilience involves several essential aspects. It involves developing a flexible mindset that adapts to life's inevitable fluctuations, maintaining an optimistic stance even in seemingly insurmountable challenges. It also entails the ability to recover from difficulties, draw valuable lessons from adverse experiences, and move forward with determination and confidence. By building emotional resilience, we're not only strengthening our ability to face adversity but also nurturing a solid foundation for lasting emotional well-being. It's a transformative process that, through consistent practice and effective techniques, allows us not only to survive but to thrive and grow despite the storms that life may present. Connecting with nature. Connecting with nature is a pathway to emotional and spiritual healing, an opportunity to restore our internal balance and reconnect with the essence of our being. In a world marked by a fast pace, technology, and constant stimulation, nature becomes a sacred refuge that offers a space to rest, renew energy, and reconnect with fundamental aspects of our humanity. Immersing ourselves in natural environments envelops us in a symphony of soothing sounds, fresh scents, and inspiring landscapes. This immersion invites us to a state of contemplation and deep connection, where daily problems seem to fade, and we are brought to a state of conscious presence. Nature has the power to nourish us on deeper levels. It gives us a sense of peace that calms internal turbulence, offering mental clarity and allowing us to find renewed perspectives on our emotional and spiritual challenges. Furthermore, it shows us the inherent harmony and balance in its own being, teaching us valuable lessons about adaptability, resilience, and cycles of change. Dedicate time to experience nature with all your senses. Feel the texture of leaves, listen to the whisper of the wind or the birdsong, observe the changing colors of the landscape, and deeply breathe the fresh air. You can create personal rituals that involve nature, such as meditating under a tree, practicing breathing exercises by the sea, or engaging in small gratitude ceremonies in natural spaces. Set aside moments to be in nature without a specific goal, allowing yourself to simply be part of the environment, enjoying the present without pressures or distractions. Practice of gratitude and living in the present. Conscious practice of gratitude and immersion in the present represent paths deeply rooted in the fabric of our existence. Gratitude, a feeling as simple as it is profound, acts as a beacon, illuminating the darkness of dissatisfaction and constant desire. It invites us to appreciate the blessings that present themselves in our daily lives, from fleeting moments of joy to the lessons brought by challenges. This practice allows us to slow down, reorient our perspective, and discover richness in what often goes unnoticed, nurturing the seed of satisfaction and emotional well-being. In harmony with gratitude, the practice of living in the present becomes a call to awaken from the illusion of the past and the future. It immerses us in the current moment, in the only space-time where life truly unfolds. Living fully in the present entails diving into the richness of each moment, savoring life's small wonders offered in the form of simple details. On our journey towards emotional healing and spiritual growth, we have explored 7 powerful pieces of advice that invite us to embrace fulfillment in our daily lives. From understanding that good and evil coexist within us to connecting with nature and cultivating gratitude and mindfulness, each of these tips has offered us valuable tools to strengthen our resilience, expand our consciousness, and find greater inner balance. Let's remember that each step on this path is an opportunity for learning and growth. By applying these pieces of advice in our daily lives, we plant seeds that germinate in wonderful ways, nurturing our being on deep and transformative levels. We conclude with the reminder that practice is key. Ultimately, embracing fulfillment is not just a destination but a continuous journey of self-discovery and connection with the world around us. Share your thoughts, experiences, and discoveries in the comments section below. Let's create a supportive community where we can help each other grow. Remember, our team has meticulously crafted a comprehensive shadow work guide, including a journal and workbook, aimed at enhancing your healing and self-discovery journey. You can access this invaluable resource through the link provided in the information box below this video. Thank you for joining us on this transformative voyage. Your commitment to personal growth and exploration is truly inspiring. If you found value in our content, consider subscribing to our channel and tapping the like button. Until our next enlightening encounter, stay curious and embrace your journey towards self-discovery and healing.